for caravan holidays. They show you wonderful beaches, kids enjoying themselves, building castles, wonderful caravans with views. It's not like that at all, is it?
Saying that, a friend of mine from Northampton, her husband and her 2 kids, last year they went down to Lou, is it? It's down near John, isn't it? Went down some holiday place down there, and they had the best 2-week sunshine of the year. Really, really nice campsite. They reckon it's the best holiday they've had for years. But they really called the weather good, because I said, oh, blooming down there, it's always raining down there, and they had the best sunshine of the year.
Well, I would think the chance of having a holiday in England, like they show on their adverts, are pretty slim. Oh, it can't be nice. And you usually like down Cornwall, it's always warmer and that, but it's never like what they show. What's that one? Haven, is it? They always show that one, and I think I've seen some of those Haven sites. All the caravans are all smack close together. I know they got to have 6 meters in between them and that, but they're all up close. There's no view, and all it is people burning meat outside their caravan.
Yeah, you got to be lucky. Do you know, it's quite often I'm down in Devon and Cornwall at hotels, and you hear the people whinging about the weather. Oh, you know, because they have all these like special OAP deals, don't they, on the coaches? And you hear, oh, boy, it's nice weather down here, you know. It might be warmer down in Devon and Cornwall, but it just definitely seems wet down there. You know, it's very rare they're not having rain in a week. But where was it? Oh, Babbacombe, that is it, Babbacombe. Oh, this bunch of pensioners moaning like crazy about it. I said, it's always raining down here. And they come from Manchester, and it is that 2 weeks when up north they had lovely weather around Manchester, and come down to Devon and Cornwall, it's peeing down every day.
She's a double CV, oh dear. I feel so sorry for her. But I see on Facebook, oh, what's his name down in Cornwall, John and Denise, all they've been putting on is photographs of places flooded down there.
I saw that one in their village, Poporo, isn't it? That Denise put up. It's quite a deep flood as well, wasn't it? Yeah, that place where my friend went was near John and Denise. Isn't Lou near Poporo, whatever you call it? I'm sure Lou's right near there somewhere.
Yeah, Paul Perro. It's a nice place and that, but I couldn't believe the photographs they've been putting on with the floods and that. And there they are, all these holiday programs on at the moment, telling you to go to Cornwall and enjoy yourself. Must be one of the wettest counties in England.
We really haven't decided where we're going to go yet. I was thinking of going to Cornwall, because, you know, I could do a 2 days here, 2 days there, you know, do like various places around, because the place I go to, I know them all quite well. I can get good deals at them, really. But, I don't know, I'll have a think about it. I might just leave it to the missus to sort out. I quite fancy coming down Cornwall for a week. I think the kids would like it down here.
Well, there are some nice beaches and that down there. Mevagissey and that is nice. Well, I don't know if what you find, but I used to find when I used to drive that it was like a busman's holiday to me. I mean, it's nice for them because they haven't been down there, they haven't seen it, and they used to enjoy it on the beach and that. But to me, I think, well, I see this every day.
Yeah, the one thing that does me is the driving. You know, lucky my wife drives, so I'm okay with that, really. She's let me move things. The radio's getting a bit hot there. You uncover it, keep the vents, clear the vents, let some air into it. I've got it up the other way. Let me just turn my radio over. It's getting warm. It's on high power, 50 watt. And, I'm sure the heat from here coming off of the radio. Dear me. But, yeah, I'm lucky my wife drives. And with my first wife, we used to come down to Parent Towns at Perranporth a few times we come. And, you know, she drove them, but, oh, did she? No, she didn't, because we had the caravan. So I don't think my first wife, I had a big old Cadillac Burham, with a caravan on the back. So no, she wouldn't have driven then either. Trying to think if we ever went anywhere camping. No. So no, my wife hadn't driven them, but you know, I'm quite lucky now. My wife will drive us, we go places. But I don't think she's driver of a caravan on the back, no. But yeah, if we're coming down to Cornwall, mate, I'm certainly not driving the car all the way down here.
CB, sorry, postman come.
Hope you only knocked twice.
Well, all I go on is the dog barking, because I can't hear anything else. But I think my new driving licence has just come. I just had to renew it again. I did it online, and it said it'd take 2 weeks. But it looks like it's come this morning, which is only 3 days. Brilliant.
Just do it every 5 years now, Clive?
Roger, they sent me a letter saying, as I'm over 70, I got to renew it. I know I did it before because I was over 70, but I can't remember that was 5 years ago. But it seems to have been 5 years ago, so I've just had to renew it again.
So what do you have to do then to renew it? Do you have to get a certificate from the doctor? Do you have to have like you do with the HGV?
No, you don't have to do anything at all. It was so easy online, it was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. Yes, my new driving licence. And all they want to know is they want to know what you're going to be driving. And as I only have a car and a motorbike now, it was so simple. They got your photograph, you don't have to send a new photograph or anything like that. Because if you had a caravan that was over the weight and a big car, then you'd have to go and take another test.
So what is it now? You're okay up to 3,500 weight now, are you?
Yeah, Roger. It's just my car and a motorbike now. I don't have anything else on there, so I'm covered for my transit, 2 ton, and that's it. But if you was retired and you wanted to drive a minibus or anything like that, then you got to go and take other tests.
Yeah, that's fair enough, isn't it? But you know, I'm not talking about you, but there is some of these OAPs on the road. I told you about the one a couple of doors from me. She passed away now, but you know, before she passed, about 6 months before she passed away, we heard all this revving and screaming of an engine one afternoon, and the car shot across the road, went into someone else's garden. Me and one of the neighbours had to go and lift it off the wall and get it out of the garden for her. But she shouldn't have been on the road. I used to watch her coming out of her house. I used to watch her on the CCTV. And from getting from her front door into her car and sat down ready to drive it, it'd be between 5 and 10 minutes. She'd take ages because she was just so slow. You know, and her reactions, if she walks up blooming slow, her reactions weren't no good. You used to see her going round town, you know, like her nose pressed up to the window, both hands on the steering wheel, no indicators anywhere. You see them all the time, don't you? These old people, there's just so much going on in their head that they can't keep up with the fast pace of traffic nowadays. They drive around at 20 mile an hour, and you know, they get at a junction, they just get so flustered.
Well, I suppose in the end I'm going to have to decide I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. I mean, they do ask you questions about your eyesight and that, and let's say we're economical with the truth. But I mean, I get by quite well because I do know what I'm doing. But now I've only got 3 things on my licence. Oh, I can tow a 4-wheel trailer with a car, but it'll all come up to the weight limit. I mean, all the HGV and all that's all gone now, and I can't drive a steamroller anymore.
I was about to say, isn't there something about a lawnmower on there? I'm sure it's some sort of lawnmower on your driving line, so yeah, I guess your HGV would be gone. Blimey, wonder why they took your your steamroller away. That's your weekends buggered up now, isn't it?
Well, a bit of a nuisance, really, because that's why the lawn is so bad. No, there's no lawnmower on there now. All there is 2 for motorcycles, A, M, and A, a car, a van, a car with a trailer, and a, don't know what that is, a FKM PNG. They don't show a picture of that, but all the other ones I used to have are gone now. So, as long as I can drive my van, that's all I'm interested in.
And are you booked to go away anywhere in the foreseeable future, Clive? Are you booked anywhere, or are you just waiting until the last minute? Be down at Breen again soon, wouldn't you?
No, I'm planning a trip in March up to Dumfries and Galloway. I haven't been to that part of Scotland, and I thought that's not too far, only at the Carlisle turn left. I can manage that over a couple of weeks. It's just a matter of getting him into the mood for doing it.
It's not bad for me, really, is it? Because you can get up onto the M40. M40. Not be a bad route. Fair old track, though, isn't it? Quite. You've got motorway all the way, though, but fair old track. You've got to go for that. Blimey. Hope that vehicle's up to scratch on that. And, all service and everything. You all sorted out in there now with heating and bedding and electrics and your DX station all at the side, all built up. I'll have to get down one of these days. Problem is, I don't get many drops before you anymore. You know, like, what I need is when I have loads of drops around Bath and Bristol and get away late, so, you know, I'm stuck up this way. But, like, you know, today, I know I can get down to Exeter, and I've got a fair old run around Cornwall tomorrow, all the way down to St Ives and St Ives, sorry. Fair old run around tomorrow. Not many drops, though. Just the timings are going to muck me up a little bit on them.
Double CB, well, you win some, you lose some, don't you? Sometimes it's good, and other times it's a run around, but still, not to worry. You've got to fill the time in, earn your holiday money, haven't you? The longer you're out, the longer the holiday.
I went in this morning, I got there about 20 past 5. I put my card in bang on 5:30, and I sat there for 15 minutes doing my vehicle checks and that. I then drove round the block, round the industrial estate, and then reversed back into my parking space. And the other driver said, "What are you doing that for?" I said, I've got to go and break now. I've got to have a 3-hour break. And do you know what? When they put the last mattress on, I got in my truck, and I've been there on break for 3 hours and 1 minute. So now, I can do a 9-hour break tonight, and that still counts as an 11. The others don't think of that, but I'm always ahead of the game on that crack. Because I used to go in and not put my card in, you know, because I'm just sitting around not doing anything. But you know, they start saying, well, we're going to pay you on the card now. So I thought, fair enough, so I'll get in and put the card in early in the morning. So I don't mind. G0, HWC Mobile, not far from the motorway now.
Well, I don't know what went wrong here, but you went from yours to Vaughan to Summer, and I couldn't get rid of that. I've had to switch it all off and start again. So I don't know what went wrong there. Anyway, that's an idea. Why don't you hire a motor van and drive the kids around different place every day?
And you know what? I'm in a few American forums, and there's a guy selling a 38-foot fifth wheel unit with, you know, the sides. You press the button and the sides come out. And he's got rid of his truck that he pulled it with. He's just got nothing to pull it with now, and he wants to sell it to use the money on other things. He wants about $6 grand for it, and I was so tempted, but I'm thinking, where am I going to put it? You know, nearly 40 foot long, and it'd be ideal on the back of my motor. It actually said on there, you know, ideally it wants to be a dually, so that'd been brilliant on the back of mine. But it's a lot of money to pay out for something that I'm going to probably use 4 or 5 times a year, and then have to pay to store it. It's been parked up for the last 2 years, and it needs a good old clean. It's all green and monkey, but you showed pictures of the inside of it. It looked lovely, really did. But it's like the one where you press the button and the sides come out. So you got like proper living room size inside of it.
Roger, got slide outs, yeah, very, very nice. Yeah, because you can't tow them with everything, can you? I know there's a company over in Wales makes them, but you've got to have, when they sell them, you've got to agree to have a Nissan something or other to pull it. But I noticed that they're going to recall all the Nissan pickups because the back's not welded to the front and they're falling off.
Well, no, they're trying to get the company to recall them. Now, this one, the guy actually put in the advert, he says, don't think you can stick it on the back of a Nissan or a Toyota, or even an F-150. He was saying you need an F-250 at least, preferably a 350 and above, to pull it. It did look a bit of a monster. If I had a big plot of land, you know, a nice big bit of land where I could just poke it out of the way, I'd buy it. No, I'd use it every year. You know, on weekends here and there. Be a bit of fun, wouldn't it? Give me a reason to keep the dually then. I'm getting a bit fed up with that. I've had it for so long, that American truck, and I've only been out in it once, as actual, you know, just for a bit of driving when I took it to the local American club. But apart from that, it's been in repairs for the engine, body work. It's back at the body place now. So it's coming back home again on Saturday. I went and saw him yesterday, and he's redone the roof for me. He's got a few other bits to do, and he says I can collect it Saturday, so looking forward to that, seeing it again. Still got things to do on it, but I've sort of lost interest in it a bit now, Clive. I've had it so long and not seen it for so long. Even my neighbours keep on asking me, have you sold that?
Well, really, see, this is the trouble with having caravans and cars and camper vans and things like that. Is if you ain't going to use them, it's dead money, isn't it? I mean, sometimes I looked at that transit and things, I don't know why I've done that, not really, because I don't use it enough. I enjoy driving it up the village and going around the village a bit to keep the battery up every day, but we don't go anywhere. And you buy these things, and unless you're going to use them, there's not much point in having them, really, is there?
4.8 hertz. Good afternoon.
Oh yeah, we all waste money on them things. Well, when you think about it, because I've bought such a gas guzzler, I've had to buy another vehicle for work. So, you know, I'm paying, my road tax on my little noddy car, ain't nothing, 30 quid a year. But I've still got 2 lots of insurance going. My road tax on my Yank, that's 250 quid a year, which I pay 23 quid a month, I think it works out at. And when you think, I've had that for nearly 6 months and I've used it once. You know, I've been from my house down to the seafront and back, so I've probably, for pleasure use, a bit of fun, I've probably driven it 6 miles. And in that time, I've paid out, what, 120 quid in road tax, probably the same again on insurance, just for a 6 mile drive in it. It's a bit crazy, really, isn't it?
Double CV, absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's the same as all these radios. You've got all these radios here. I don't hardly ever switch them on, but I got to have them. I mean, it's all dead money all the time, isn't it? But it's like you pointed out to me. What can you do with it in the bank nowadays? It's not worth saving because you don't get nothing for it. So you might as well spend it. So I do. But I don't know. I think we're all the same. And a hobby is no good unless you chuck millions at it.
HWC Mobile. Yeah, true there. Well, look at my shack. Well, lately, because I'm just feeling tired when I go home from work lately, and you know, I've sort of had a rethink about. Well, I used to be out at work all week, go home, and go straight in the shack and sit out there all blooming evening. Come in for me food, go back out there again. I don't go out there no more. You know, and I've got thousands of pounds worth of gear sitting out there, like that amplifier. I used it last year on Radio Caroline while we were on there for them 3 days, and it's been put back in the shack in the usual position, but it hasn't been plugged back in or wired up. It's not going to be used. As a matter of fact, the next time that's going to be used is on Radio Caroline again, because we're going back there this year. This year we're going Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 5-dayer. So that's the next time the amplifier will be used. The 7700, I ain't turned it on in over a year, I don't think. I just don't go in the shack anymore. The only time I go out there, when I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to work, I make me cup of tea and me cereal, and I go out there and eat me cereal, and I check my emails, and that's all I do. And yes, when was it now? Monday, I checked my emails, and I hadn't checked them since like Wednesday the previous week. I had blooming hundreds of them at the lead. And you know, it's just a bit unfair on the family spending so long out in that blooming room. No one said anything to me, but I just thought, oh, I've had enough of it. You know, it's not fair on them. And so just, well, when I left it alone for a few days, I quite like the rest from it now.
Well, now you know why I want to go away in this van. Stuck in this house looking at emails, and I mean, I enjoy looking at your video all day, I have it on all day, but that van has kept me busy for ages and ages, and I was quite, you know, feeling quite good about having it. Of course, now it's all finished, and I got to use it. Things are back to looking at emails and things like that, but I don't know. It's like the radios. If you haven't got them, you want them. And when you got them, I mean, if I get an interest come up that I want to do it, I got it here, I can switch it on and play with it. But it would be terrible to sit here and think, oh, I'd like to do that. Now I got to go and buy another one, and go and buy another one, and away it goes again.
Yeah, that's true. If you ain't got it, you want it. Now you got it, you're not bothered about it. It's always the way, isn't it? Always the way. You always want what you ain't got, and when you got it, can't be bothered with that. But I look at my gear sometimes and think I should really sell some of this and use the money for better uses. But I know in years to come I'd regret it. You know, that 7700 bass, that's a lovely radio, and the amplifier. You know, if I ever sold the amplifier, they just don't come up for sale. The last one of them alphas I sold, you know, the people were fighting over it. It's just crazy. And you know, I know, I'd regret it if I did sell it. Buy another pony one. So I know that'll last me out. That will, the amplifier. The only thing that worries me about anything is when I'm gone, people ripping my wife off with my radio gear. Because we all know about them radio amps that come out like vultures when someone dies, especially if they know they've got some good gear knocking about. Oh yeah, I'll help you with that. I mean, what do you do with it, eh? All a bit difficult. I keep on meaning to write a list of everything and put prices on it. You know, I've got valves for amplifiers that are worth hundreds. You know, but for someone to look at them, my missus would say, if someone said, yeah, I'll give you a £5 for that, she'd say, yeah, all right. You know, and they're worth like 300 quid for valves. It's just crazy. And I really should start to do a list and price, number everything up in the shack and price it all for her. And every year or so, readjust it.
I'm laughing my head off here. I've already had one offer to, if I put it in my will, that he'll look after it and give it to me family. Oh, you must make sure I don't do that, but you are right. But look at it this way. I used to look at it like that, but now I think, well, when I goes, I ain't going to worry about it anyway, because I'm not going to know, am I?
But I'd hate the fault people ripping my family off, you know, so something that, you know, is worth thousands, some of it, you know, that someone rip them off and give them a couple of £100 for it. You know, say that now, do they? I saw something once in one of the American car things, sections on Facebook, and the guy said his only worry in life is that his wife will sell the cars for what he's told her he paid for them.
Yeah, I see that one. Well, I knew where all mine would go. My son-in-law will have it on his market trader stall on a Sunday down at Cheddar, and he won't let it go for peanuts.
I think the best thing to do with all this stuff is put it on eBay, and I do, whenever I've got something to sell, I put it on eBay, 99p, you know, even like flagship HF base stations, like the 781, I put it on there for 99p, and my mate says, how can you do that? What if you only get £300 for it? I said, if I only get, I'll probably get over £1,000, but if I only get £300, that's all it's worth. People are, you know, when it's a like marketplace like that, people will pay what it's worth, and if it ain't worth nothing, no one's going to buy it. You see these radio amps, they keep on relisting things, because they want stupid money for it. People ain't going to pay it. Put it on for 99p, you sell it a lot quicker, and sometimes you get a good price for it. One, especially you get people in a bit of a battle on things. But people set their price limit and always go above it, don't they? Once they start bidding. I've had some crazy things. I had a couple of, you know them automatic antenna tuners that you put outside? I've forgotten the number of them now. I had a pair of them. I had one which was working and one which was faulty. So I put the working one on there and sold it, and I got a good price for it. I can't remember what it was. And then a few weeks later, I thought I might as well sell the broken one. So I advertised that on there, and I put in the wording, faulty. I explained, you know, what the problem was with it, and I sold it for more money than I did for the other one. I couldn't believe it. So I got more money for a broken one than I did for a working one. You know, and I'm talking like £300-400 units. Crazy.
Well, I always think that when people are selling stuff, they're only selling it because there's something wrong with it. I mean, I don't buy any second-hand stuff at all. And I've only ever sold one bit of stuff which broke my heart. I still regret my FT450. I regret selling that, and that was years and years ago. But normally people got things that they can't cope with, so they move it on, and then you're stuck with the problem. If you want to, you know, take the trouble to have it put right and that. But that's how I look at things. But I always like to have new stuff and keep it going as long as possible.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever bought anything second hand that's been a duffer. I'm trying to think now. No, I've bought an awful lot of radio gear over the years, bought and sold myself. I get bored with it quickly. But I don't think I've ever got a duffer. Tell a lie, no, I bought something second hand many years ago, before I was even licensed. An HF radio I bought off some bloke. And this was when we used to use them on 11 metres. An old 101E, remember the old 101Es? Now, I forgot what there was something. The guy, I agreed to buy it off this bloke, and this other bloke who I knew, you know, it's like back in them days, no one wanted to admit where they lived or anything. So this other guy said, oh, you come round my house, he'll bring it round here, and you come round and buy it off of him round my house. Well, when I went round the house, the other guy had already gone, And what he did, he sold me his radio with a problem with it, and he kept the one that I was supposed to buy, but I worked it out by the modification that wasn't done to mine, that I know was done to his. And I ended up getting the radio back that I paid for in the first place eventually. That wasn't for eBay, that was just some scamming CB twat that trying to have me over, but I had him back over as well. And now I've never had a thing go wrong. Even all the stuff I buy from China. Every now and then, which isn't very often, very rarely, the odd bit goes missing, and straight away I get a refund, full refund, no arguments, boom, there's your money back. So I've never lost money and anything like that. A lot of people don't want to buy stuff from China, though, do they?
Double CB. Well, I don't now. I check avidly that it's not coming from China because some of the stuff hasn't arrived. And as you say, you get your money back, no problem whatsoever off of eBay. But it annoys me that you look at stuff and it doesn't say where it's coming from, so you order it, and then the next thing you get an email, it's going to be a month coming. You think, well, how did I make that mistake? I don't do that anymore. But there you are. That's how it goes, isn't it? Are you going the right way for the? Are you going up the A38 first? Are you before the Aztec?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm gonna go down to whatever it's called, Rudgeway. Normally we're at Rudgeway, because at Aztec I've got to drop some bits and pick up some bits. Now, on my last delivery, I only had one mattress, a 2 metre by 2 metre mattress to deliver, a massive thing. But I'm right up to my back doors, ram full. So I thought I'd come and get this one off first, then go and do Aztec. I'm hoping they don't say I've got something for you to take back, because I don't really fancy that squashing up the back of the truck. It's very rare I come out of there up to the doors now. But they are so busy at the moment. Their orders have gone up massively. They reckon they're getting the next 10 grand a day of orders coming in, and they're having problems making it. That's why we're getting a bit behind again. So they're getting extra staff in. They're talking about running the factory 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we've got to somehow try and deliver it all if they can make it. But it ain't a bad position to be in, is it? Our jobs are pretty safe at the moment.
Well, I think that's brilliant. When you see all the doom and gloom about what's going to happen when Brexit comes in and nobody's going to be able to sell anything to anybody, that's absolutely wonderful, isn't it? Oh, blimey. But I wonder if there's any other companies that are getting themselves in the same position as that.
You got to remember, since we've decided all our Brexit ain't happened yet, that went on, the pound lost value and the dollar gained value. And all of our business, most of our business is like international tourism beds, isn't it? You know, the big posh hotels. So they're all quids in. The hotel business in the UK, for certainly the top end, when the Americans and Chinese, Japanese, whatever come over here, they're all better off because the pound's lost so much. I think the dollar, isn't the dollar, the pound has lost 20% against the dollar. So, you know, it's a good time to put $half in your pocket and come to England. So people that have been thinking about it for a few years, they're all booking up to come here at the moment. And it don't seem to be quieting down either. And people in the UK are a bit frightened about, you know, there's been the ash clouds, haven't there, scared people off, the bomb scares and shootings scared people off. People are holidaying in the UK. So all round, it's just a win-win situation for our company at the moment. How long it'll last, I don't know, but at the moment, they're going great guns on it. The only downside is that we buy a lot of the material from outside the UK, like all of the actual material to make, you know, the cloth material. A lot of that comes from Belgium. The wood all comes from Europe, so, and the steel. So, you know, it's getting expensive to buy the stuff, but it seems to be working out. They're doing something right there at the moment.
Well, I have noticed that since they voted to come out of Europe, you've been going to France and Belgium more than what you ever did before.
That's the only thing that'll stop, isn't it? you know, it depends on what happens. But bear in mind, we're still, from once they do whatever they got to do to kick it off, that'll be at least another 2 years. So people are getting in what they can at the moment, getting done what they can. Anyway, my next delivery's in sight. I'll be back in a little while, Clive. G0HWC Mobile.
Coffee going on.
G0CCB, G0UWU.
Hello Mike, how are you? How are you and Valerie? Both well, I hope.
Oh yeah, how you doing? Okay, I suppose. You sound okay. We're okay this way. Well, Valerie's cracked her pelvis, unfortunately. She's got a slight fracture in her pelvis, so she's hobbling about a bit these days. But it's about 3 weeks ago it happened, so she's on the mend, thank goodness. And I'm okay. It's very kind of you to ask. I've just been listening around HF bands. Strange signals, quite good signals, and then all of a sudden they drop off into nothing. But it's interesting listening anyway. Hope you're well. Hope you're all well down there, all your locals, and as we're all okay up here. It's certainly nice to hear you. The G0UWU.
G0CCB. Yeah, okay, Mike. Yeah, we're. Well, I won't say we're well, but we're nothing life-changing at the moment. My dog's not very well, but we've sorted that out, and he's a bit better today. Had a bit of a problem with him, but apart from that, everything's all right. I haven't heard anybody down this way have died, so it must be all right, Mike.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. One miserable day though. Completely overgrade, wet outside, pretty dull, but it has been raining a little bit, but not a lot. It's not too bad, I suppose. And looking forward to the springtime. Okay, I'm not sure who you were talking to. Was it, oh, what's his name? Was it Paul? I'm not too sure.
Roger, yeah, G0HWC, the lorry driver. He's just outside of Bristol at the moment doing a delivery. Then he's coming down here. Oh, he's going to a hotel, then he's coming down where I live. So I may go out and visit him while he's delivering, if I stay awake, which is a bit hard nowadays. Mike.
Yeah, nice to catch up with you, Colin. But I'll say cheerio and 7-3 to everybody down in that neck of the woods. I'll carry on having a bit of a tune around. All the very best. Nice to catch up with you.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Well, have a nice afternoon. I hope Valerie recovers. That's the trouble when you get older. Bones are very brittle. Tell her to go careful. Catch you again, Mike. Bye.
Yeah, I've advised her on that situation. All the very best.
CV, you still there?
I am now. I put the kettle on.
I've been listening to you for 40 minutes and my battery's gone flat on my handheld. And you know taste, don't you? G4UOS.
Yeah, okay, Sherry. Well, I hope we kept you entertained. A lot of waffle about nothing.
Oh, Roger, I've been chuckling away and smiling at your comments. Okay. Anyway, glad you're all right. And yeah, lovely signals to both of you. Okay, then my battery suddenly went on my handheld. I was just sitting in the chair, not very well today. I got a stinking cold, a headache, so a bit of a migraine. So I was just sat in the chair listening to you. I nearly broke in a couple of times, and I'm afraid the old battery on the handheld wasn't strong enough. Never mind, I'm on the other one now. Nice to hear you having a chat. G3WR listening.
Yeah, okay, Jerry. Well, I got a bit of a sore throat this morning. I know I'm going to go down with a bit of a cold. And I don't mix with anybody, so I don't know how I got it. You can't catch colds from a dog. But this won't do your migraine any good. Sit nice and quiet. Anyway, I go make me coffee, Jerry.
Roger. Well, I went round to our doctor's yesterday, to the pharmacy, to pick up some pills for the wife. And I come back and a bloody cold this morning. Well, last night it started, so I reckon I picked it up round the doctor's. Crowd of people round there, all coughing and spluttering. I reckon that's where I got it from. Never mind. Catch you again, 7-3.
Jerry.